I'm on my way home. I'm about to do an unboxing on my first 10th scale truck. I'm doing this intro a little bit different because I wanted to let y'all know. Check on eBay right now. They got it for sale. It's the cheapest rock crawler on eBay. It's for sale right now. I found it for 70 bucks, and they've also got it for $80. And I saw one for sale for $30. It's a 10th scale rock crawler. Alright, it's a pretty big box. Alright, I brought a couple things out for scale reference here. So, get this thing out the box. Alright, here it is here, and this thing looks exactly like the old HSP rock crawler. Here you can see it here, and I believe there used to be a bunch of different models. There was one with four-wheel steer, and you can convert this into four-wheel steer right out of the box. All you have to do is attach a servo. But there is a model you can get that already has the four-wheel steer, and as you see here, it's 2.4 with waterproof. Those are bead locks. Has a 3-kilogram servo, 4-link suspension, and it has a 540 motor, I believe. There's a couple different bodies for it. I got the Jeep body, and from what I've seen, it rubs really bad on the tires. Let's get this thing open. Here's all the specifications as it comes. Some upgrades says are available. Exploded model here. And those are real bead locks. I believe it's plastic with metal on the outside. I'll have to check that out. And it's Metal Gear on the inside, it looks like. Pretty sure it's all locked. We're going to check that as well. I just found a typo. It says green anodized, but obviously it's not green. But it says oil-filled shocks, so that's pretty good. Not too bad. 2,000 milliamp hour. I think it's nickel metal hydride. So those are pretty good. They charge pretty decent, and they last pretty long time. But they're not as good as LiPos, but they can be recharged a lot more times, so they're kind of more reliable. All right, here it is. First impression is this thing is really long. All metal links. I think the end links, where the ball joints might be plastic. I'm gonna check it. Check this out. That is nowhere near. Nowhere near. These bead locks feel like plastic, so I'm not real sure. I'm pulling on them and they're not releasing the tire. Here's letting air in and out of them. Here's the remote that comes with it. It has a lot of adjustments on it. This reminds me of a FlySky 2-channel remote. Here's the GT3B. A lot of people have that remote. It's a good comparison to size. Alright, right away at a glance, this truck does look great. But if you look really closely here, see if you can see it, there's like a discoloration there. It's on both sides. Yeah, you can definitely see it there. Looks like there's some sort of circle mark. This truck was supposed to be white as well, and it wasn't. I don't know why they put that on there. That just looks terrible. Why would you put that? It's a plastic winch. Here's the rear deck. You can kind of see it just looks deformed. Some weird coloration. I do like that it's a side post though. Kind of hides the posts a little bit. These are pretty long. Or adjustable, I guess, for different bodies. There's a good look at the wheels. Something I just noticed is, watch this. It does not come back up very much. You kind of have to push it back up. And these springs, they already have some spacers in here, I noticed, so they're already gonna have a little bit of extra pressure on the spring. So it's really just not coming up. I don't know if that's just the fluid not wanting to let it come up, but it just doesn't want to release it. Maybe you need to put some thinner fluid in there. And the main reason why I was interested in this truck is for the price. I only paid $70 for this thing. It has this spot right here where you can put four-wheel steer on it. All you have to do is buy the plate, buy the servo, and you can do four-wheel steering right away. This has a linkage for the four-wheel steering. So right away you can be crawling like a real rock crawler. But I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to do that. I'll rip this lid off real quick. Check under the hood. It's a pretty big battery it comes with. And I recognize that ESC right away. And that looks to be a 3-channel FlySky receiver. I believe it just has a different cover on it, so it doesn't say FlySky on it. And that ESC right there is definitely sold by Goul RC as a crawler boat ESC 2 to 3S capable, and I know that for a fact because I bought one. Here it is right here. And you can see I had to buy the adapter to attach to my batteries from the Dean's connector. So this is right out the box. I'll let you be the judge. What do you think? Does that look like the same thing to you? So that means right away I can put in a LiPo in here if I wanted to, switch it to 2 or 3S. I've got a couple of LiPo batteries, but I'm going to run this for now and see how it does. And that also means I'm going to check it, but I should be able to bind my 3-channel remote over there right up to this thing, and if I wanted to do the 4-wheel steer, you can see it's got the holes, the linkage. There's the front. There's literally no difference. And there's the locker to keep it from steering on its own. Yes, these end links are plastic, and this looks like a 540 can for sure. It says on the back of the box actually that's 540. And this thing has 8 body pins. It has some inner pins to keep the body in place, I guess. Nice little skid plate in there. Worried about these things. They're not smooth. They look like they could hang up on some pointy spots. And these drive shafts here are plastic from here to here. It looks like the cups and all, and the end right here is all metal. But starting like right in here, you can see the difference. It's plastic from here on. I'm going to leave these plastic shafts and obviously try to just use them, get everything I can out of them. And I do have some spare metal shafts in case I need them, but that'll be a good breaking point for it in case it does some binding up or gets stuck. That way I don't break my axles or destroy anything like the spur gear or whatnot. And it is a 2000 mAh, so should have a decent run time. We're going to try to charge this thing up and see how she does. I think we're going to have to do a running video tomorrow because I don't have time. It's already late, and we're going to do a full run and try to test this thing out. I got a big ramp out back that I'm building. I'm going to make into a crawler ramp. Let's check the flex on this thing while we're here. Still going. Oh, there it is right there. Not too bad for under $100. That thing is on the side of the tire. And this thing looks like exactly like a Red Cat or an HSP. HSP had a crawler out about 5 to 6 years back, or maybe more, and it looked exactly like this. This might just be an overstock deal where they just rebranded it and selling it for a different price, just trying to get rid of their stock. But ain't no telling. But right now I'm pretty satisfied. This thing is well worth the money paid for it. even if it was just the chassis and the suspension and the servo without, you know, the drivetrain, this thing is worth over $100, I think. It's all aluminum, links, it's anodized, and it's pretty high quality for what it is. It is good quality. And these are locked differentials, it feels like. Can't spin it. We're going to charge this thing up and give her a run tomorrow. And my last point that I wanted to make is this body. I don't know who decided to put this body on this crawler, but the way this thing is set up, you can see here, I'll lift it all the way up. That's suspension stretched all the way out. There is just no room for flex. There's absolutely no room for this body. As soon as you go over any bump, that tire is going to come into contact with it, just like that. So we're going to be doing some trimming for sure. Same thing with this front end. As soon as you get to really flexing, it comes into that fender, so you can see. So this is how much the flex is limited with this body on here. It cuts it in half. It has half as much flex because it just stops on that body, and it's not ideal for a rock crawler, especially because you want the flex, and this thing hitting this tire, you're going to be fighting your body more than you're fighting the rocks. But some easy trimming, and we're going to get this thing together, charged up. Again, this is the Baseltech 1/10 crawler, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Check me out, give me a like or a comment. I always reply back to my comments. I appreciate any likes you give me, and just hit me up. Thanks.